we're going to talk a little bit about Halloween 3 for a minute. You guys know I'm a massive Halloween 3 fan. Um, right over here is a Halloween 3 poster. I know it's a little dark in the background, but that's your 3 Silver Shamrock masks right there. And right up here, I know it's a little out of frame tonight as I'm looking for it, but that is well, that's because we pan down. That's right. We can go back up there. That is Halloween 3 and Conal Cochran up there. Anyway, the point is, you guys know I'm a big Halloween 3 Silver Shamrock Season of the Witch fan. So, of course, I was excited to see Tommy Lee Wallace as a guest on the most recent episode of my favorite video YouTube podcast, The Thing with Two Heads, with our friends Sean Clark and the great Christopher Nelson, who every now and then will pop in to our live chat. Sean will too every now and then. They might be watching now. You never know. So best behavior, everybody. But did you see the most recent episode of The Thing with Two Heads? Tommy Lee Wallace was the guest, and it's a great episode. It's an epic, like 3-hour episode. Kind of fitting because they did talk quite a bit about Halloween 3, and this is, of course, the 40th anniversary year of this 1982 sequel. And it's a fun interview, as you would expect. I mean, you guys know I always enjoy watching Sean and Christopher just shooting the shit anyway. But it's an interesting interview. They talk about Tommy's career, not just H3. They talk about a lot of his other films. And it's very enlightening. um, I would remind you that we also interviewed Tommy Lee Wallace. And I'll use this opportunity to plug that. I did put the link to my 2015 interview with Tommy Lee Wallace down in the description of this video. So when we're done with this, be sure to check that out. We talked quite a bit about Halloween 3 and Halloween 78 as well in that interview. And Sean and Christopher, they cover some of the same stuff, but actually a lot of different stuff that I didn't cover in my interview, and vice versa. I think I covered some areas that they didn't quite get to because they were talking about so many other things as well. But as it pertains to Halloween 3, very exciting news as Tommy Lee Wallace announced that he is currently in the process of writing a book about the making of Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, arguably the most controversial Halloween movie in the entire franchise. And this is very exciting news for me and for all Silver Shamrock fans out there. So, this was the first of 3 or 4 really big takeaways from this interview. I mean, it's a great interview. And I linked my original interview with Tommy Lee Wallace from 2015 down in the description. I also linked this new interview down in the description of this video as well. So when you get a chance, when you're done here, check that out. You'll enjoy it. But I took some notes, like I like to do, and a few of the biggest kind of headline takeaways from the interview. And the first is this announcement about this book. So here's the top half of the cover that they show in the interview. And you can see the title of the book is Halloween 3, Where the Hell is Michael Myers? The definitive history of horror's most misunderstood film. Now that is a mouthful, but that is the perfect title for this book, if ever there was one. I mean, am I right or what? I mean, this is like the perfect title. And how about that artwork too? Pretty beautiful stuff. So, this book celebrates this year's 40th anniversary of Season of the Witch. And Tommy says that he is, as of the recording of that interview, he is about 100 pages into the writing of it. And he is anticipating that it will be complete and released in time for this fall's actual 40th anniversary of the release of the film, which is this October 2022. So, very exciting news for Halloween 3 fans like myself. This will be a must own. And if you think that after watching Sean and Christopher's interview with Tommy and reading my interview with Tommy, that you've heard and read it and seen it all, he definitely lets be known in this interview that there are plenty of things that he is holding back and saving the for the book, including some never before seen storyboards that he did um, for the film. Some stuff that didn't even make the final film. Other big kind of headline takeaways from this interview with the thing with two heads, as it pertains to Halloween 3, Tommy Lee Wallace helps debunk what is a popular belief, but is actually not factual information about Halloween 3. A lot of fans believe that it is, in fact, Jamie Lee Curtis's voice that is the voice of Silver Shamrock on the loudspeakers throughout Santa Mira in the film. It does sound a lot like her, but Jamie Lee Curtis has said that it is not her. Tommy Lee Wallace has said that he doesn't remember. He said that in 2015 when we were at a Q&A and he was asked that question. He said it again just this week on the thing with two heads. So he doesn't remember. So we're all going to defer to Jamie Lee Curtis's memory. She would remember if she recorded it, and she says she definitely did not. So that is not Jamie Lee Curtis's voice in Halloween 3 as the voice of the Silver Shamrock announcements throughout Santa Mira. Although it does sound a lot like her and would have been a really cool Easter egg cameo if so, but it's not. Tommy also confirms that he wrote the Silver Shamrock jingle. It is, of course, to the tune of London Bridge. And something that I've always wondered myself, and one of the few things, as much as I love Halloween 3, one of the few places I think they really miss the mark is one scene when they're doing the montage of all the trick-or-treaters, and you see all the different cities and towns around the U.S. of all the trick-or-treaters. They should have put Haddonfield, Illinois in that montage. And Tommy was asked in this interview if he ever thought of including Haddonfield in that H3 montage. And he says that he admits that yes, it would have been a great idea, but no, he never thought of it. Yeah, I think that's personally what I feel is the biggest missed opportunity of that film is just if you could have just had Haddonfield right there, that would have been all the link you need. That and the way they linked the '78 film on TV. And in that interview, Tommy Lee Wallace also further debunks a theory, I guess, or a fan thought that Deborah Hill might have portrayed the shape in a scene when young Tommy is looking out the window. Young Tommy Doyle is looking out the window and he sees the shape across the street. And at one point he's standing there. At one point he's carrying Annie. And I don't know. I guess there was some fan debate. I've never really heard this. I've always only heard really that Deborah Hill, it's her hands in the beginning of the film as young Michael, which we all know that to be true. So Deborah Hill did play Michael Myers, young Michael's hands. But I don't remember ever really hearing the idea that it might have been her and not Nick Castle in some of these standing across the street scenes. But I guess that was a thing. They were asked about that. Sean says that he has pictures that can't be made public that prove that it was never her and was definitely Nick. And Tommy also in this interview seems to further corroborate that yeah, that was all Nick. Again, to me, that was not a question or a debate, but apparently in some sectors of Haddonfield, that is a question. But again, you can find a link to this new interview with Tommy with Thing with Two Heads, as well as my original 2015 interview with Tommy Lee Wallace. You can find links to both of those in the description of this video.